I just want to go ahead and sum up the last thing that we consider when it comes to intervening causes, and that is going to be public policy. Like we've talked about in the past, is that proximate cause, where we draw the lines is going to be arbitrary, and a court is often going to use public policy to determine if we should hold a party liable. We have two cases just to review briefly. We have Kelly versus Gwinnell. What happened here is that a social host had invited a person over, person got drunk, social host watched them leave, and the person caused an injury. Are we going to hold the social host accountable? Some jurisdictions say yes, other jurisdictions say no. When it comes to Iowa court said yes, but the legislature overrode it and said no. What are the public policy issues that we're trying to avoid? Well, there's hundreds of fatal accidents that occur from driving while intoxicated. And these are things that we want to try and prevent. People who are licensed to sell and serve alcohol are held liable. So the question is, should we hold social host liable as well? And courts say yes because some courts say yes. Some courts say yes because we want to control some of these public policy considerations. Our second case is Enright versus Eli Lilly and Co. This is another DES case. We had talked about DES earlier when it came to cause. But here, what happened is that there was a granddaughter who was suing for liability now. So the question is, where do we draw the line? Well, the court said we don't know how long the effects of DES are going to last. It could last for 2 generations. It could last for 5 generations. And it just, at some point, becomes unreasonable to hold a company liable for an extended period of time. So they just decided we're going to draw a line. It's only going to apply to the daughters of mothers who had consumed DES and not extend into granddaughters who had suffered from their mothers who had suffered from their mother taking DES. So, thing to just note with all of this, proximate cause, a lot of the time the lines are going to be arbitrary, and part of that is because the courts are taking public policy into consideration. Thank you for listening to this episode of The Law Schoolers. Before I let you go, there are 4 things I want to say. The first thing is, if you enjoyed these episodes and if you enjoyed the website, I would invite you to go and join Law Schoolers Pro, and you can do that by going to lawschoolers.com/join. It's a way for you to support us, but there's also a lot of features there that I think you will enjoy. Second thing is that nearly all of our episodes are unedited. The only ones that aren't are pre-law materials, and the reason for that is so you can actually see the legal material in its raw form as I'm learning it as well. The third thing is that the information contained in these episodes are specifically only for educational purposes. They're not to be used as legal advice, and with that, the fourth thing is, if it is used as legal advice, we are not liable. That is, Law Schoolers is not liable for any legal outcomes. Thank you again for enjoying the show. Have a good one.